Jake and Lisa were a young couple who moved to Lenexa, Kansas, a suburb of Kansas City, in the summer of 2023. They had bought a cozy house in a quiet neighborhood, hoping to start a family soon. They were both teachers at a local high school and enjoyed their work and their new community. One day, they decided to explore the attic of their house, which they had never done before. They found a dusty cardboard box that contained some old books, magazines, and a photo album. Curious, they opened the album and saw that it was full of pictures of a family that had lived in the house before them. The pictures dated back to the 1950s and showed a happy couple with 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. The family looked cheerful and loving, posing in front of the house, in the backyard, at the park, at the beach, and at various holidays and celebrations. Jake and Lisa smiled as they flipped through the pages, admiring the vintage clothes and hairstyles of the previous owners. They wondered what had happened to them and why they had left the house and the album behind. They soon found out. As they reached the end of the album, they noticed that the pictures became darker and more disturbing. The last few pages showed each member of the family in a coffin, with a date and a cause of death written below each picture. Jake and Lisa felt a chill run down their spines as they read the grim details. John Smith, father, died on June 15, 1960, of a heart attack while driving his car. He crashed into a tree and was killed instantly. Mary Smith, mother, died on June 15, 1967, of carbon monoxide poisoning while sleeping in her bedroom. The gas leak was never detected until it was too late. James Smith, eldest son, died on June 15, 1974, of electrocution while fixing a toaster in his kitchen. He was holding a metal fork and touched a live wire. Susan Smith, eldest daughter, died on June 15, 1981, of a gunshot wound while walking home from work. She was caught in a crossfire between 2 rival gangs. David Smith, youngest son, died on June 15, 1988, of a snakebite while hiking in the woods. He stepped on a rattlesnake and did not have an antidote. Sarah Smith, youngest daughter, died on June 15, 1995, of a drug overdose while partying at a nightclub. She took too much ecstasy and collapsed on the dance floor. Jake and Lisa were shocked and horrified by what they saw. They could not believe that such a tragedy had befallen this family. They also noticed that there was a strange pattern. Each death occurred on June 15th, exactly 7 years apart from each other. They wondered if this was some kind of curse or coincidence. They closed the album and put it back in the box. They decided to forget about it and never look at it again. They tried to resume their normal lives and put the disturbing images out of their minds, but they could not. From that day on, Jake and Lisa began to experience strange events in their house. They heard noises at night, such as footsteps, whispers, and laughter. They saw shadows moving across the walls and felt cold spots in certain rooms. They smelled strange odors, such as smoke, gas, and blood. They found objects misplaced or broken, such as books thrown off shelves or appliances malfunctioning. They also had nightmares about the family in the album. They dreamed that they were being chased by them or killed by them in various ways. They woke up screaming and sweating every night. They tried to rationalize these phenomena as being caused by stress or imagination. They did not want to admit that their house was haunted by the ghosts of the previous owners. They did not want to move out or seek help from anyone. They thought they could handle it. They were wrong. On June 15th, 2023, Jake and Lisa met their fate. Jake was mowing the lawn when he suddenly felt a sharp pain in his chest. He clutched his heart and fell to the ground. He had suffered a heart attack like John Smith. Lisa was baking cookies in the oven when she suddenly smelled gas. She ran to the kitchen and saw that the stove was leaking. She tried to turn it off, but it was too late. The oven exploded and she was burned alive like Mary Smith. Their bodies were found by their neighbors later that day. The police ruled their deaths as accidents, but could not explain why they happened on the same day as those of the family in the album. The house was sold again to another unsuspecting couple who found the photo album in the attic. The cycle continued.